Today I'm going to show you how you can organize your projects to be more efficient so that you can deliver more each and every season. A project on Tetra is a tree, and the objective is to have this tree bear fruit in 3 months' time. So we're setting ourselves up for that harvest. At the most basic level, this tree consists of one or more branches, which are kind of like a mini project within the project. And each branch has its own fruits, which are delivered every 3 months. The people who make this happen are called leaves, or ojos. This structure unites us towards a common desire or a common goal. So let's talk about making this project on paper. The first thing you want to do is to define what your branch is. If you're working alone, you may think, oh, I only need one branch, because a branch is people working together on a goal. But you can still break it off into different branches if the deliverables are different. Let's look more at what a branch is. So each branch, in addition to having its deliverables and metrics about those deliverables, has a weight to it. And these weights determine how important or how well funded this branch is in relation to the other branches. This number is highly divisible, so you should never need to use a decimal. And if you have trouble fitting 144 branches into your project, it's probably time to make your project smaller. Here we can see an example where we have 2 branches, Aqueduct hosts and guests. We have deliverables such as run 12 meetings, which are specific with the metric of 12. And then we have the weights. So we can see that 2/3 of the money will go to guests and 1/3 will go to the hosts. Once we have our branches and deliverables clear, now we can assign roles and weights to those roles. So a weight in a role is a multiplier. So that multiplier is how much time, how many hours you're putting in multiplied by the weight, and then you use that to compare to all the other leaves, all the other people on the branch to decide where the funding needs to go. And these are not souls, these are not people, these are roles that are getting paid, and different people can play multiple roles at one time. If we look at our branches from earlier, we have just one role for the host, so the weight is just 1. It doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be split. And we also have this max amount of time per week. So this is how many hours that Douglas can work, or whoever is playing the host role, and how much they can receive at that time. We also see we have the max time per week. And this is the maximum amount of hours that one person can fulfill that role in a given week. Here for the guests, we have a more robust example where we have a guest can spend a maximum of 3 hours within the system to get paid, and that is a weight of 2, versus an inviter, which is something that we want to incentivize, can also work 3 hours, but 3 times 9 is a lot bigger than 3 times 6. You can make 4.5 times more if you're inviting people and if you are delivering by bringing people into Aqueduct. We also have a improver role, which is somebody who's going to improve the project. You can use this structure as it is to help you manage your projects, and within Tetra, as well as in Aqueduct, we are going to be assigning a 0 to 100 value for each deliverable at the end of the season, rated by team as well as by supporters. Then we can compare these values to learn more about how accountable that project is. Here's some thoughts that come from this system. Plurality. One person can fulfill multiple roles, which is especially important on a small project. Synergy. Branches should help each other out, such as the guest branch supporting the host's deliverable of bringing more guests to the meeting. And finally, collective reward. where you're not just chasing money with time as an individual. You are splitting a collective reward based upon how many hours you're putting into what roles. I hope that this system helps you, and I look forward to seeing all that you create. You can join us at Aquadac, lu.ma/Aquadac, where we'll be putting this into practice and meeting weekly to discuss how we're doing, and in the future on tetra.earth.